Welcome to BISP Solution webinar. Today we will be discussing the transactional process for Fusion Financial Accounting Receivables and presenting the use cases of BISP Group. Let's move to today's agenda. Standard receipt creation, miscellaneous receipt setup and process, and standard receipt reversal, and then we will perform debit memo receipt reversal. Right, so that is the agenda of today and date of day 2. So let's move to the next slide. So the business requirement. So in the standard receipt creation, to meet the need of business, the user needs to manually create receipts and apply invoice transaction in the application for day-to-day accounting receivable operations. That is the requirement of a business user. And in case of miscellaneous receipt, according to the needs of the business, any non-business transaction receipt must be accounted for by a business user in the application. So we will see how to perform that. And also the business requirement related to standard receipt reversal. In accordance to the business requirement, if any bank returned receipt amount as unpaid, the user must reverse it in the application. Right, so that is the business user requirement. And then in the fourth, the debit memo reversal. As per the business requirement, in the event that bank returns any unpaid receipt amount, the user is expected to send a debit note to the customer through the application. So let us jump to the application and create manual receipt. Right, so let us navigate to the application. So let me log in. Logging with the user credentials. From navigator, I can navigate to the account receivable. That is receivables, and out here the account receivables. Right. So let us create a 1 2 3 bills in the invoice workbench. Then we will create a receipt out of that. Quickly create that. So let us create transaction, invoice transaction. Select the business unit. Select my manual invoice. Invoice source. So my transaction type is manual invoice, and transaction date is today's date I am taking, and I will select the customer as ABC. Just search with that, ABC. Here we are, ABC application software. So here we are. So let us select the, and ship to address is same, and the payment terms is net 15, right? So we will use the memo line, quickly provide the memo line. Let me give a external ERP training hours. The rate is 150 unit, and I will give the 20 hours, right? So 20 hours training, 20 hours training, $150, that is $3,000, right? So that is the cost of training. And I will provide one more line, that is, let us provide one more line, that is principal consultancy. I provided the principal consultancy also, that is say 8 hours, right? So I provided the 8 hours for the principal consultancy, and total amount is $6,400, total 28 hours, right? So that is the, and I will save the same, and the currency is in USD, right? So that is the currency, and since the transaction number is 2500, right? So transaction number has been generated, and complete and review. Let us complete and review. So we can view the image of that particular invoice. Let us review the invoice. Here we are. So invoice has been generated, that is $6,400 has been generated, right? So let us quickly cancel that, right? Let us quickly create 2-3 more invoices to manage transaction. I will duplicate that same transaction quickly. Here we are. That is a manual source. Action. Duplicate that. Right. So I am creating one more invoice in name of ABC. Just hold on. Remove that. Remove that. ABC. Search with that. ABC Consulting UK. Right. So, and it should be in currency in GBP, right? So let us remove this, and it is 120 hours, right? So it is a 18,000 pounds, right? So it is 18,000 GBP. If you go more, currency in GBP, right? So that is the GBP currency. You should update your corporate rate, exchange rate through, right? So save the same, and I will complete and review. I will view the image. Just hold on. Just review the same. Just hold on. There we are. Right, so that is in the dollars, sorry, in the GBP, right? So that is in GBP. Let us create a standard receipt against that, right? So let us navigate to receivables. I have already created favorites, so receivable work area and the receipt account receipt area, work area. I will navigate from here, and from the task panel, create receipt. So to streamline the process of customer payments, utilize the service provider relationship to be established as a shared service model in receivables. This involves setting up of single service business unit to handle all the customer payments and creates service provider relationship between the units. And one of the more client billing business unit, keep in mind that all business unit must be part of same ledger. Once the relationship is established, the service business unit can receive and process the payments for all of its client billing business units. This centralized model supports all receipts creation method in receivables. So there are manual receipt creation, there is receipt uploading using spreadsheet, and logbox receipt is there, and another one is automatic receipt. So we will go with the manual receipt today. So let us create manual. By default, the standard receipt is there and the status is new. So I will select my business unit, that is BISP Solution Miami, and I will select my receipt method as let me select the receipt method as cash and check. I will provide the check number or receipt number. So I will provide the check number, say 77788, right? So that is the receipt number or a check number, you can say, and the amount is, so it's a currency in USD, right? So that is the USD currency. So let us create a receipt in GBP, say that is $18,000 pound, GBP pound, and let us select the customer name ABC. Out here, select that ABC, search the, so that is the, this is the customer ABC Consulting, and select the site, Yeah, and if there is any bank and branch, here we are. And you can submit and apply manually. So open and add receivable, submit and supply manually, submit and apply manually. Now, so you can see out here it is unapplied amount right now, right? So 18,000 is unapplied amount, right? So add open receivables, right? So let us add open receivables and search with that. So my 18,000 right now I have just created this one. I am selecting that invoice, add, so you can see out from background, you can see that I have applied that. Say done. So the amount has been, the due amount is 0 now, right? So immediately it is, and payment has been done, and save and close. So receipt has been created. You can review the receipt through manage receipts. This is the receipt we have created. So standard receipt type is standard, right? So we have applied the same. So cancel. So you can see the status is remitted, right? So the status is remitted, and customer name is coming, the bank detail, right? So that is in GBP, right? So that is, and the accounted amount is in USD. Since my ledger is in USD, the accounted amount is this, right? So that is the accounted amount. Now let us create a one more receipt, right? So let us create a one more receipt, and then we will test it down with the standard reversal and debit memo receipt reversal, right? So that is why we will create a two receipt out here. Let us create that. So let us create one more receipt. Another standard receipt. This is BISP My Business Unit. The method I will select again as check deposit, that is, this is the check number I am providing, 88866, and the currency is in USD, right? So let us select that and provide the entered amount. So let us provide the entered amount. So let us give 6,400 as my USD amount, and the customer name I will say ABC. Search with that, and just select that. This one is my ABC software, and select the site and select the bank if you have updated the bank, right? So let us submit and apply manually. I will select and submit and apply manually, right? So let us add and open the receivables and search the same. So right now just we have created 2500, right? So that we have created, add that and done. If you know the transaction number, you can add the application and you can just apply the transaction number out here, right? So that is one way to do that, if you know that transaction number, right? So that is the thing. Otherwise you can add and open receivables, right? So that another way to do so. So save the same, right? So I have saved the same, and the outstanding amount is due amount is 0, right? So go to the history. So you can see the remitted, entered amount and accounted amount, right? So, and the activity you can see, we have applied the invoices. That is manual invoice we have applied, right? So manual applied. So save and close. And through the manage receipts, let me search my receipt. We have created 2 receipts, right? That we have created. So that is one receipt is this one, 7788, and then another one is 88866 that we have created, right? So test that particular standard receipt reversal. So the status is remitted right now, right? So let is the status is remitted. For that we will have to run the remitted, right? So we had to deposit that particular check to the bank. So from here, from task panel, we had to create remittance batch, right? So let us create a remittance batch. Say business unit, I selected the business is BISP, right? So let us create a remittance batch. Select the bank, my bank name, and this is my account, and this is my, right? So let us in USD, right? So search with that criteria. So let us provide the receipt method as cash check deposit. Search with that. Why it is not coming? Give me a minute. Give me a minute, 1 minute. receipt date is equals to 24. Search with that. It's not searching. Why it is not searching? Should just hold on. I'm searching with that. Just hold on. Just a minute. You can create a remittance batch from here basically. So let us see the reversal process, right? So let us see the reversal process, the check. So manage receipts, to manage receipts. So this check has been get bounced, right? So let us how to reverse that particular process, right? So from here, from the action, you can select reversal, right? So you can select reversal. So status is in remit, right? So you can provide the day, the accounting date, and the reason, the category. So either it will be a stop payment or reversal. Select that and say the reason might be non-sufficient funds, or might be a payment, resubmit the check or something like that. So let us take a scenario where the non-sufficient fund is there and we will deposit later on, right? So we will reverse the same and we will not send any debit note, right? So let us and provide the comment, say fund is not available fund available just hold on, available fund is not available, communicate to collector, right? Collector, right? So that is, I have provided the comment out here and I will reverse the same, right? So let us reverse the same. So I have reversed the same. So you can see the status as reversed, right? Cancel. So you can see from here the reversal user error, right? So status is reversal and out here 18,000 GBP, right? So that the receipt has been reversed, right? So this way you can reverse the receipt, and let us navigate to the invoice work area to see that particular invoice. Now it's open invoice, right? So let us check it out through manage transactions. Let's search with that transaction. So that is 18,000 GBP. This is the transaction. Let us open, view the account balance, right? So it is an open balance right now, right? So entered currency and accounted currency you can see out here, right? So let us see the another one what we have applied. Cancel the same, and we have created one more receipt out here that is of ABC, right? So let us select that, and through the actions view balance. So you can see that receipt we have original invoice of $6,400 and the receipt we have received as $6,400, right? So that is another receipt. So let us reverse the receipt and with a debit note, right? So that is debit note receipt reversal process we will see, right? So let us navigate. Either I can navigate from here. Let us navigate to account receivable. So manage receipts, and I will select the BISP receipts, and I will select this one, right? So that is the receipt, and from here I will select the receipt reversal, right? So let us test that particular scenario. So that is, we are doing the testing the scenarios. So let us reverse the, say, stop payment by customer, and let us say payment receivable. Let's see this, and payment reversal. I am giving the reason, stop payment done by customer, right? And I will select out here the debit memo, right? So I will select the debit memo, and my debit memo is manual debit memo, and the distribution, right? So these distribution set is, while creating the setups, I have created a transaction type. So that is the manual debit memo I have created. So that is the transaction type, and I will select the reversal from here. So let us reverse the same to test the debit memo receipt reversal, right? So let us reverse the same. So let us, and save and close. Just hold on. Why it is not showing on? Just manage receipts. Select the receipt. Yeah, this has been stopped by payment. So right, so let us stop payment by customer. It is still remitted, showing the remitted, but stop by the customer. Let us see that the debit note what we have created. Let us see that in the billing workbench. So I am navigating again to the billing work area. The system will generate automatically one debit memo, right? So let us go to the manage transaction, and from here let me select that this is the debit memo it has created, right? So the date is today's date, so you can see one debit memo, the debit memo reversal, right? So you can see the reversal, it has been created. You can view the image and status is complete, right? So system automatically created a one debit memo against that receipt, right? So receipt reversal has been done and the debit memo has been created. So let us view the account status of that particular invoice, original invoice. So let us view the, select from here, action, view balance. Why it is not showing now? Okay, it has been cleared that particular amount and new debit memo has been generated. So this is the new debit memo. Action, view balance. So you can see the new debit memo has been generated. Show more. You can put the cross reference number against that, right? So you can provide the cross reference against that. So this way you can create a standard receipt, miscellaneous receipt setup and standard receipt reversal. We seen that particular thing in the application. So that is the today's demo. In that particular webinar we have seen. Let us see, there are some questions are there. Let us see that. And so let me take some questions out here. Very good video. Yeah, thanks. Great lecture. Thank you. Yeah, excellent. Very good. Thank you. Some of the questions, more questions. Anybody? Very good, knowledgeable videos. Okay, thank you. What kind of entry? What is the entry for receipt? What is the entry of the receipt? It's a manual one, right? So that is the manual receipt, right? That is a manual receipt entry. So you can do the receipt entry in the manual, through manual receipts. You can do entry out here through spreadsheets. So there is a spreadsheet, through spreadsheet, that is ADFDI spreadsheet you can use. You can upload logbox receipts, right? So mass way you can do the logbox receipt also, and ADFDI also, and automatic receipt also. So there are 4 ways to create the receipt out of that, right? So we have created and demo particular webinar on the basis of manual receipt, right? So I think so that has given your answer. So let me give the answer out here. Okay. Okay, so good video. Lot of any further questions if you have? Withholding coming under AR? No. Withholding is under the that is, I think so, some issues with the banner, I think so. Withholding is not coming under the AR, it is coming under the EP, right? So just check it down with some banner. Yeah, there is some issue with the banner, that is debit memo invoice creation, credit memo invoice creation. That is invoice, we are not using the invoice out here. Some issue with that particular banner. It is transaction, right? It out here in the AR we call it transaction. Whatever the invoice transaction we do, right? So if you see in the application, the everything is out here is in transaction. It's a billing work area. From the task panel you can see out here that is create transactions. Everything is out here is a transaction, not so invoiced transaction, right? So that is some issue with that particular banner, and definitely there is no withholding tax setup in the AR, right? So that is AP, relevant to the AP. So I think so that has cleared you. Okay, any further questions? What is the entry? Any further questions you have, please provide your input so that more input can be done in that particular part. If you are just hold on, let me check it down some more. Clearly explains, sir. Okay, thank you. Great video lectures. Okay, keep it up. Okay, thank you. That is definitely the withholding tax is not a part of AR. That is a part of. Any further questions? I don't see any further questions out here. You can put in the chat what kind of detailing you want, so that we can make more detailable, more in depth on that particular subject area, right? So that we can do that particular thing. I think so we should wind up now. We should conclude this webinar. So in today's session we have seen the standard receipt creation, miscellaneous receipt creation, standard receipt reversal, and debit memo reverse receipt reversal, right? So that we have seen in this particular webinar with the use case of business use case, right? So that is the thing. Thank you for joining this today's webinar on AR related transaction process in Fusion application. That's all for today. Thank you again.